Hi, welcome to Inner Wellness with Gigi. Today is part 2 of how a healer can heal themselves. So, today I feel is all about me, and I feel that you need to know bits about me so you're comfortable in listening to these videos and working with me. And why it is that I've picked up all these things for a healer to go off and do. So, as you may not be aware, my name is Gigi. Some people know me as a different name, and that's my personal name, but on here it's Gigi. I have been working with crystals since 2012, 13. They came into my life at pretty of a low point in my life, and I was just changing from doing a self-employed job. I was basically doing massage therapy. A couple of crystals came into my life. I had Reiki, I had crystal healing. And then I thought about, you know what, why am I paying others to do crystal healing on me when I could actually do it myself? And I had my first chakra pack gifted to me, which is nice. I think a couple of them I've not even got anymore. And I got to learn to do it on myself. And then it made me feel better. It changed my life. It got me out of a bad place. I noticed that I was already attuned to spirit guides, but back then I didn't really know what it is. I remember I used to get orbs and things in my old massage room from my old house where I lived. And one night I was so low, I just laid on the floor and just said, can someone please help me? I don't know what to do anymore with my life. I had really bad fibromyalgia. I was living not in the best way. I was in an abusive relationship with my ex-partner, and I just wanted to leave but didn't know how to. And one day I just laid on the floor crying, and I had a load of this healing energy, and it was really weird because it went inside my body and it started actually massaging me because I was in so much pain. It actually massaged the inside of my muscles, took the pain away, and then I went off and I went off to my new life. I went to the doctors because I was getting worse. My doctor asked me about my relationship. I told them, and then on my way to Women's Aid. And then that's when my healing journey actually started, was when I got my new place. I'm still in it, though I do want to move this year because I've been here 10 years now. So for a decade, because I actually left in 2015. So I was doing crystals on me and stuff when I was still with my ex-partner, and meditating with them. And they did help. They did relax me. They helped with my mind. But I realised on my journey that I kept looking back to when I was free, and I remember things, seeing things, why I didn't like being on this planet and stuff, that I already knew this planet. And then when I got to 16 years old, that's when I started to look at myself and started looking at books of witches, witchcraft. Didn't really go down that way. And I was actually doing meditation and healing my mind, and I didn't even know that I was doing it, but now I know it was meditation. I used to come home from school, stick on my music, lay down, and I'd have colours, green and purples, washing around like clouds in my mind while I was asleep, and I'd fall asleep. But it used to be really calming. I don't get it like that anymore. I get weird, awful, random dreams. I have for a long time now. sometimes, yeah, it's just weird. And then when it got to 2015, I got my place. I was dead emotional. I was grieving. It was dead traumatic, really. I was really depressed, really low, suicidal. A lot of people don't know that about me. I used to get suicidal thoughts. They're not bad anymore, to be honest, because I have lifted so much off me with healing my trauma and doing different modalities throughout the years, like working with crystal energy from 15. I work with crystal energy still. It's not so much often because I've learned new things. But yes, I still do use them and they're still around in my life and I love them all very much. And I'm very grateful for finding crystals and crystals being with me in my life. And they are amazing beings of them working with us. So yeah, and it was the crystals that started to let me become more sensitive to energy and letting me feel different energy. It weren't until later on, because that was very minimalistic with the crystals. I feel like the crystals were softer with me than where I am now. And but they what made me intuitive. And I did do my Reiki 1 in 2015, but I think I should have waited a year first, let me settle. Instead, I opened up everything after leaving my ex, and I wish I waited. I do wish I waited and did it in a lighter aspect instead of a darker aspect. Because I feel I needed more time to search for me. I already went on a soul searching path. In 2012 was when I started waking up to myself and not liking where I was and who I was, what I was doing, not being good. And some things happened to me which made me start drinking a bit more than what I should be and going out all the time and not thinking about myself, my health, or my life. And I wish I did, because I wouldn't be unwell now if I thought about my life and stuff. And then after getting into crystals, I started doing meditations with crystals, activations from YouTube. They're quite nice, but with crystals on me at the same time, because crystals do amplify the energy of the meditation and the healing process, whatever it is that you do, even shamanic healings as well. It just helps. It helps the process, and it just gives you meditation like that flat hour, which I used to struggle so much to do. And it's only since the end of 2024 where I could actually sit down and meditate. But I know I was reading a mantra first, so I kind of think, I don't know, it's kind of nice. But I do have crystals on my altar, whether it's them that help me, I don't know, but it's strange not laying on the floor with my crystals and doing meditation like I would normally do. So then I got into mindfulness and learning about mindfulness in 2017. That helped me loads. That actually made me really happy, really, really happy. Until I had a shamanic healing off someone, and I don't think I should have had it done, because I was actually in a really, really good place. But though my mind was in a good place, I figured out that my body wasn't in a good place. My body wasn't happy. My body wanted to feel like how my mind felt. My energy field wanted to feel how my mind felt. And that's when I sort of went on a loop, and something in my head said to me, you need to start thinking about your human more. And because you can get lost in spirituality on the path sometimes and going into different things and doing those different things, and really you don't really need to. You can just stay on the path that you're on. Don't get lost because of what people say. You know your own path, you know where you should be, what you're doing, and just bring yourself back a bit. Like, I've had to bring myself back a bit because I lost my faith. I lost my natural faith because the word spirituality is used quite a lot, and I did come back to Krishna. And that's who I follow, because like I was doing a lot of Hindu meditation. It was more Hindu meditation that I was doing and working with my chakras. Meditating and working with my chakras with the crystal healing is all that I did. And once it did make me see myself as an Hindu lady, and I just liked this song that was called, it's a Krishna song that I listened to on YouTube. So I was sort of getting my faith with him, but I realized Krishna actually chooses you. You don't choose Krishna. Krishna chooses you, and he's chosen me. And I like to thank him for choosing me, because he's a very strong, energetic being. He's very powerful and healing, and is really nice to work with. I don't really work with, someone's just said you work with Krishna, is it? I can't even say it. G, sorry, my mind's just gone. But I can't remember working with him, so I must do spiritually behind the scenes and not know. Is it Gashna? Gishna. Really sorry if someone's watching this and they're just like, oh my god. But yeah, I didn't know I worked with him, but apparently I do. But I don't really work with the other deities. I did work with Kali for a bit, and then when I saw it was all to do with dark goddesses, I was a bit like, where's the light ones? Why is no one teaching us about the light goddesses? Because there's light goddesses here. There's light gods and goddesses on this planet, and no one's really teaching us about the spirit of this planet either, which is really annoying me. So yeah, so I stay with the light aspect of everything because I want to, because I've done I've done what people say, and I don't like calling it the shadow work because it's actually black magic, and I don't want to bring that in. Thank you on myself. So I just say how it really is, and that it is trauma, nothing else to me but trauma. I haven't got a shadow on myself because I'm a one light being. I just picked up some trauma and a lot of negative energy within my onion and energetic field growing up. So yes. So after 2017 of doing mindfulness, I did go backwards. I was going really forwards. Met this guy. I was in mindfulness and present moment with him, and I'd love to get back to that. And my body would as well, actually. My body's like, yeah, that would be nice. And yeah, I just went a bit of a bad patch with a guy, and then I started drinking more because I actually finished drinking. And it just went downhill after I put drink back in me and in my energetic field, and then got to 2020, I got a stomach bug. I think I've got other things going on as well, and I'm not well. And I decided, and my guys decided in the pandemic, right, let's start doing your healing journey now. Let's start doing it. So I did a lot of inner child work to start with first, because it wasn't all about being in the mind, and I looked at the body aspect a bit more. Like, my body was just telling me, you need to look more within your body. There's stuff aligned there that you're not picking up on because you just think your mind's got it all, and it hasn't. Your body has. And then I was like, okay. So then I went off, did me inner child, like you would do, witch womb, the healing, womb healing, the mother womb healing, you name it, I've done it all. I've had a lot of different types of healing of different people, shamanic, Reiki, different types of Reiki, just natural healers, crystal surgery. But every time I've noticed I go and have healing done, it always changes my energy frequency to make it higher. But for it to get that high and to get into high vibration, it would take you on the path of, and this is what people don't get, is it would take you back into a low place, into your trauma, because you're clearing away something energetically, but you're not clearing it away from the actual human being, and she's not dealt with that trauma yet. So when you go on a healing stone, your energetic field's being fantastically great, but then I've got to go back home and do some inner work on myself, so myself can rise up to where my energetic field is. And that's what some healers don't get. To where my energetic being is. Because at the minute, I'm quite clean, very clean. I don't need to tell you where I'm clean either, because people can listen to this and decide they want to mess that up. So I'm not even going to tell you. It hasn't got no to do with you in that aspect. It's just that I'm here to help others, activate others, and make them aware of this stuff, because they won't know. Not many people know this stuff. It certainly seems to be me where I live in the UK, and we get taught the Western way, unfortunately, which isn't pure and it isn't good here, in case you do live in a different place. And to be fair, after the energetic healing stuff, what helped me, it wasn't really just my crystals. I had to do body shaking therapy. And it was the body shaking therapy that actually changed my stuff into my energetic field, into a higher vibration. And I can always feel when there's low vibration near me, but then I can do my healing modality to get rid of it. I don't have to sit with it if I don't want to. If you want to sit in that and just be miserable for the rest of your living, then you go and do that. But I don't want to. I decided that there's more to life than this chaotic stuff that people made up on this planet. And I noticed something different about this planet when I got into my energy field. I noticed a very long time ago that the water is energetic, pure energetic, of a higher vibration, and so are the trees, and so are the plants, and so is what we eat if we actually grow them ourselves. And they are meant for our energy bodies. Now, what you don't get about energy body is that we all get chi energy anyway when we're born on this planet. Japanese and Chinese people know this. That's why they do Tai Chi and Qigong. And probably Asia as well. And they do it every day. So they get to stay in their high vibration energetic field every single day. So because they don't want the same thing, they don't want negative energy around them. And there's a lot on YouTube. So I have been doing Qigong as well, and I love it. Tried Tai Chi, but Qigong's favourite. Tried Yogi, but Qigong's my favourite. So yes, I've learned all this different stuff, you see, and I'm still learning. I've even did something new last night, but unfortunately I can't put it out there for people, because people can cause harm to a spiritual healer, because they're idiots, really, just because they don't want it here. I don't know why, because it helps so much people. It's helped me anyway. Even if I am healed physically, I do care, because I would like my body to strive and thrive, and because I want to be here longer and actually live a different kind of lifestyle that I deserve, a happier lifestyle. I'm happy. I've got my energy frequency into happiness vibration and loving, compassionate vibration. And it's took me a long time to strive in every single day of shifting a different trauma. And that's what we're supposed to do. Yes, we have this bullshit of people saying about dark and light, and it isn't dark and light at all. It is actually just chi energy. It is actually just chi. You see, he's got the chi. Your trees have got the chi, and then when you sort your own chi energy out, you feel the chi's energy. You feel the waves energy. You feel plant energy because it's their natural chi. And if their natural chi energy goes off, because I'm a good healer, I'll go and heal that chi's energy. It needs healing, because it shouldn't be like that. And they love it, and they give me back healing sometimes, which I didn't ask for. I remember when I went to Buxton not that long ago at Christmas, and there was this tree, and for months it's been asking me to heal it, and it's right in the centre. It's not far from the well, where the well is, and it was just like, can you please heal me? I need some healing. I'm like, well, people are going to stare at me funny if I do. So I did go at Christmas at dark, at lights on. I went for a walk, and then I was just like, look, I need to do some healing on this tree, right? I hope you don't mind. And he's like, no. And anyway, about 4 o'clock, I think, and I started healing it. It loved it, and then its chi energy went back to normal. And then we went to start in the calf, and then all of a sudden there was a face in the tree. I was like, and it was just staring at us through the window, and I was just like, there's a face there, but it didn't look quite a nice face. But obviously, tree spirits and the spirits of the earth are pure, but they might not look or expect of what you think they look like. They're elemental, and it's different. Here is the, and I believe that this is an elemental planet, really, and we've just destroyed it. For me, I do, and there is actually a lot of elementals here at this time as well. And someone that I know is elemental, but I don't think they quite know him themselves yet. But yes, so I just wanted to describe in part 2 what it was, my background, where I've came from. I've done psychology on myself, and I've realised, yes, crystals aid the chakras, they update them. When you've done so much trauma work on yourself, you need to go and update your energy body. You need to go and update your chakras, because if you don't, you leave yourself in a bit of a mess. Your back chakras are separated from your front chakras, even though people think they're not. If you're just doing someone's front and you're leaving their back chakras, that person's going to go in a mess. It's always good to get them back and do their back after, because what happens is the back is left with whatever mess you took off from the front chakra. Their back chakras are going to be left with what the front felt like before you did the healing work on them, and then they're still going to feel like shit for a few days until you do the back. And once the back's cleared, you go back to the front. And this is what I have to do all the time, because my healings do take an hour on the front, they take an hour on the back, because I'm doing loads of different shifting. They're shifting from past lives, they're shifting from this lifetime, they've done inner work on themselves. So then the energy body is still carrying that inner work, because what people don't understand, what the onion is, what the onion really is, the onion is actually your energy field in your body. It's nothing to do with just your trauma. It's actually your energy frequency. So the more you push out your trauma, you push it to a layer of an onion. Then you push it out again to another layer of an onion, and then again. Then you need to go and get an energy clearing so you can shift it out the outside of your onion, of your energy field. And there isn't many people that know how to do. I've only just started doing other people's body's energy field. This is how I upgrade, because my spirit guides teach me. No one has really taught me this stuff. The only way, if you're a good healer, it means you've got good spirit guides, and your good spirit guides are teaching you how to do stuff, or your soul already knows it, or your higher self already knows all this stuff as well, because you would probably learn in sky plane, but you probably forgot it all coming here because you had a bit of an upset time. And then when you start remembering it, most of the time, it's actually not always coming from your spirit guides. Most of the time for me, it is actually coming from my higher self with the rainbow light, with everything that I do it now. Like, I am more in tune to myself than I have ever been on this planet, I think. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I have had my down days. I've had awful days, but I don't want to go back there anymore, and I don't want to look at that, and I don't want to bring that back. I'm just doing something with my brain right now because I can do quantum stuff as well, and like, it's amazing how far you can get to each time you pull a trauma away from yourself, from being young and stuff. And it's just sad that I can't say absolutely everything on YouTube about it, and that I've got to switch to Patreon. And hope that you can follow me on there so you get to learn the proper nitty-gritty stuff as well of what it is that you might be here for, and what people don't realize is what they're actually healing. Because there is some stuff that people just don't say or don't think others actually know. And yeah, they don't say because they probably know they can't say. I can't say publicly. I can say on a face-to-face personal level, but I have to trust that person and that they're not going to use it against me. And I just feel like Patreon will be the safest place for me to talk about my stuff too. So if you have any questions, please comment below. I am going to make a new email address, so one day I can put the email address there. So if anybody did want to email me, they can and ask questions about stuff. So yeah, it's just been a healing journey for me, and now I'm on the physical. But I have to say, the spiritual does interline with the physical, even though one side of me is struggling and not getting better. So I have a feeling that whatever's not working properly is not working properly, no matter if I shift anger, no matter if I put emotions out there, no matter what I do, even taking digestive NESAM, stuff for acid, it's not working. So there is stuff for me to look at, like I'm trying this plant medicine. I've just done a video about it, so go and watch it. Yeah, and it's just to help you on your path if you're stuck in your healing journey. Really look for signs of, why am I still low? Why am I not getting it? Why am I still low? Body shaking therapy for me was amazing, and so was psychology. Go and learn it. Centre of Excellence has psychology courses on there. If you go on their Facebook, inbox them and ask them for the cheap discount, it's only £29, £27, £29. Go and learn it for yourself. When things come up and you're at that low space and you just don't know what to do, and you just think, yeah, you're at a low space, so we have got to try and take our mind off it so we don't stay there and keep overthinking it, or do psychology on yourself and talk to yourself and picnic and say, right, what age was I when you started doing this? What happened to you when you started doing this? And then try and rephrase what it is that you're saying to yourself. Try and put it in more of a positive aspect. So you're telling your wounded self, because everybody says it's the masculine, and it isn't. You got a wounded version of you. Your ego that everyone talks about. Ego is actually a proper emotion for some people on this planet, because they're being egotistic and we forget about that. It's in a natural form. But it's like when you've got a bit of a wounded self, your wounded self is trying to say to you, this is the part of me that needs healing. Yes, it can be your inner child, it can be your teenage, it can even be your adult. We do go through trauma as an adult. And it's just about pickpocketing and saying to yourself, look, I don't need to act this way anymore because I'm old now. I've been a baby, I've been a toddler, I've been a child, I've been a teenager, I've been my 20s, I've been my 30s, I'm in my 40s now. And sometimes your body needs reminding of that psychology of thinking, oh, right, okay, I need to start acting. It's weird. But it's about reversing what you're thinking. I'm trying to figure it out. I need to write it down because I did do something good in a journal once where I was thinking negative, but then instead of writing the negative thing down, I actually changed what I was writing and changed it into more of a compassionate love and changed it into more of a happier thing, a positive thing. And that did actually help my brain, because what you don't understand is if you can write stuff down and your brain sees it when you're doing psychology, your brain like mingles up a little bit and go, oh, right. So if your brain can actually see it, this is why it's hard having counselling, because it doesn't always work. Because your brain's not actually seeing it and you're just stuck in your past talking about it all the time and nothing's really being fixed. So yes, to psychology, definitely. It was the best thing that I got gifted. And I still use it today with myself. And I just look at things like, well, I had a bit of codependency. Like I had to keep saying, where's it coming from? It's from my abandonment issues, it's from my rejection issues. And I'm like, okay, when did this start? Obviously, either when I was born or in my first relationship. And then it's just figuring out how you can say it to yourself better and say, look, you don't really need to feel low about this anymore. This person is gone from me. This person doesn't have no space left in me, doesn't have no space for me to think about this person or be in my energy or my body. It's gone. It happened years ago. It's just about re-nurturing yourself and nurturing your inner child and saying that you are safe, you are okay being with this person now, because they're completely different. You think that they're completely different to who you had before, that you can calm down, you don't need to freak out, you don't need anxiety right now, and then question the fear. Why are you fearing this? What's the fear for? And then your body pretty much just tells you. What helped me was you can actually do pendulum with your fingers. And you can only use it on you, really. You can't use it for anything else. You only can use it for you, because it will lie to you if you start using it for other things. But basically, like a pendulum, we've all got energy running through us. That's my no answer, and that's my yes answer. You've got to ask, what's my yes answer and what's my no answer? And then if you're saying things like, did it come from the age of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and when it gets to like a yes, that's the age you were when that thing happened to you. You can start asking, was it from a relationship? Was it from my parents? Where did it come from? Like, okay, how can I heal this? Can I do it with Ho'oponopono? You might want to watch Ho'oponopono. Can I heal this through body shaking therapy? Most of the time, yes. Can I heal this with a crystal? Which kind of color crystal do I need? And then sometimes the crystal will pop in your head, or the name of it, what you need, will pop into your head. Do I need to do psychology with it? Yes, no. Do I just need to hug myself with it? Yes or no. Do I just need to do Reiki on myself? Or what type of energy work that you do? I mean, I do rainbow light energy, so it's quite different, and it is quite quantum as well. I don't have to actually put my hands on me to do it. I need to start doing it though, but at the minute I've just been concentrating on the outer layer, because the outer layer for me was holding way too much stuff in, but now I'm on the inner layer, which is the inside of me, which is my organs, my blood, my muscle, because they want to feel good too. And I feel like with me now working with plants with proper energy and the clean water, and when food gives me energy, I have to stick to that food, because that's my healing kicking in and saying that's what my body feels good when it eats that. That's going to make my insides be happy. That's where I am at now. So yes, so please stick with the project that, well, it's not a project, but excuse me, that's the tea. Yes. Stick to the journey with me, with how to heal, how you can heal as a healer,